morning you guys, it's Karen and I am actually filming a full video. Let me just quickly apologise for and explain my absence from YouTube recently, or from doing long videos. You probably thought that's it, she's not doing long videos anymore. That's definitely not the case. It's just been such a weird time because, as you guys know, Kev's mum passed away in the middle of November, and so the whole sort of Christmas New Year time has been really weird because his mum was his dad's carer. His dad has Parkinson's and he was in hospital at the time, and he only got out in the new year there. He only got out a few weeks ago. And so partly we've been trying to like settle his dad in at home, you know, sort out carers, sort out deliveries, sort out all sorts of things you can imagine. And so that's been really hard for Kev, but also Kev starts a new job next Monday and he's not been at work for January. So it's been really odd for me having him home. And I've been trying to support him because obviously he's grieving his mum. He's trying to sort out his dad, which is really, you know, it's a lot to do. If you've been a carer before, even when there's carers coming in, you'll know how much there is to sort out. He's trying to still sort out all the admin for his mum, and then he's trying to work out all the bills for his dad and all that kind of thing. So it's been a really odd time, but I feel like it's a new start from next week. It is Kev starting his new job, which is closer to home, so he's not driving an hour and a half morning and night, you know, which was just too much on top of having to try and, you know, get to his dad's and see his dad and all of that. So that's a new start. I've got some new camera equipment which I hope will work out really well. Certainly the little vlogging camera that I've been using is working out well, and I just need to figure out this one. And my head's a little bit better, so hopefully new start from next week, from February. Okay, let me tell you about some things I've bought. I've got some skincare, some self-tan, some hair care, and lots of makeup. And I have got a couple of really good things here. So the way I like to do it is to do a little first impressions if I can. There's only one it's a little hair set that I haven't used. Everything else I have tried. And it might mean that I don't have a huge opinion, but I can at least give you an idea. So I'm going to start with the skincare because there's a couple of really, I think, exciting items here. Let me show you the first one. This is called Ectoin Hydro Barrier Serum, and this is from the Inkey list. Now, I don't have anything from the Inkey list that I regularly use. There was one thing that I did try and like, and it was a hair bonding thing. But I liked it okay, you know, it wasn't like amazing, and I ended up just throwing it away because it kind of went a bit weird smelling. So there's nothing major from the Inkey list that I love, but I thought I would try this because it was the hydro bit in the title that appealed to me. So I've used this a couple of times. I've been using it on my neck and I do really like it. I need to use it a bit more and see if that feeling continues. I do have problems with if something isn't hydrating. It's quite good really because I can test it out. My neck will be dry within like an hour. I'll feel it on my neck and I feel like, well, that was no use, you know. And so far I've used this and my neck has still felt hydrated for most of the day. So far so good, but I need to use it a bit more. Same kind of with this next one. This is the Ordinary GF, which is growth factor, and it is a 15% solution. I've barely used any of this. I've used it like 3 times maybe and not felt any difference, obviously, from 3 times. I need to use this a bit more, but it's nice. It's a very, very watery serum, so it's not one that feels nice. You know, this is a nice sort of silky feeling serum. This just feels like putting water on your face. A lot of the vitamin C serums feel like this, don't they? So it's one of those I need to have a look at my regime, slot it in somewhere, use it consistently, and then take it from there. What I did notice, however, was I used this one morning and then I used my vitamin C, or vice versa, I can't remember which way round, because I had looked and you can use it with vitamin C. Then I put my makeup on and my makeup was all pilling, and I thought that's really weird because I've used that vitamin C with this SPF that I'm going to show you, and my makeup didn't pill. So this might make in combination with other things, might make your makeup pill, which is horrible, or your skin, even just with your skincare, even if you don't wear makeup. So that might be a deal breaker for me. This I love. This is the Fenty Skin. Now it doesn't say on here what the name of it, unless that's it there that I can't read. But it is a mineral SPF. She's got 2. She's got an invisible one, which is chemical, and this one, which is mineral. And I'm going to do a full review of this. Look, I just love it when it's like that. And I think this is refillable. You can pull this out and buy a refill, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but love that. This is really pretty on the skin, really pretty. If you are looking for an SPF to just use without any makeup. I think this is lovely. It's just, it didn't even say that about it, but it's got the tiniest little glow. That's the colour there. Do you know, I don't know, here's one of the things I need to learn. I don't know if this has got an auto focus, you know, like when you hold it up close. Hopefully it has, and hopefully you'll see that. But obviously it'll be nicer to see it on my face, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a full review for this, tell you the SPF and the ingredients and all of that, but so far I love it. It has got a little bit of scent, which means that it has fragrance in it. On to self-tan, because I love a good self-tanner, and I'm often disappointed with self-tan, I have to say, and I probably like this. I'm like, why did I do this? Why did I buy these new self-tans? Because it's not like I don't have one that I love. I love my Saint-Tropez Glow Tan. I love my, I can't remember the name of it now. I've showed you it. It's in a pump bottle. Oh my goodness, what's it called? Can't remember, but I will try and remember and link it for you as the tan that I recommend. I won't link things that I'm not recommending. But I love them both, but I suppose with the one in the bottle that I can't remember the name of is a little bit too dark. I put it on and I'm like, oh God, that's just a bit too dark. It's obvious that I've put self-tan on. And my Saint-Tropez one, I love it. I can't find anything wrong with it. I've used it for years and I love it. I suppose it is just that one and a bit of variety. Anyway, these are the things I bought. I bought the Self Glow by James Read. This is Dusk Till Dawn Overnight Tan Facial. Really expensive. Love this bottle. And it's nice, but I felt like there was barely any colour from it. So that was a bit disappointing. It was more like a really, really light gradual tan. What you will love about this, if you don't like the suntan smell, is there's no self-tan smell from this at all. I personally love that smell. I like putting my tan on at night or whenever, you know, and then just go, oh, I can smell that self-tanner, you know, but I know a lot of people don't like it, and there is none in this. So far it's okay. I'm not really one that wants to use something every day to try and build it up, although I did think that will probably make it less patchy, you know, because you're putting it in slightly different places every day. But it's nice. It's just not that darker colour. Okay, next I got this one by Bali Body, and this is just a self-tanning milk. What I like that there doesn't seem to be too many of is an untinted lotion that you can put on. So I like to use something untinted. Again, I've used this one and it's okay. And the funny thing is, this is medium to dark, and my issue with it is that it's not dark enough. So I used this on just my face and neck, and yeah, it was okay. I actually think this might be a nicer one to use on the body, because I would be looking for a really light colour on my body, because I do, no matter what, most of my body, there'll be patches somewhere, you know, and it's not the typical kind of elbows or whatever. It's like the top of my feet always look like they've got self-tan on. So I might try that on my legs and feet and see what it looks like. But it was nice. Other than that, it just, like I said, wasn't, I thought with it being medium to dark, it might be a decent colour, but it was just quite light, which might appeal to some people. So I then got the Dove Body Love Summer Revived Gradual Self-Tan. So this is a gradual self-tan, but it says medium to dark results. And the reason that I was going for things that, I don't think those other two said gradual tan, but like this where it says gradual tan, is that I've used gradual tans before and sometimes gone, oh my God, that's nothing like a gradual tan, you know, it's too dark. In fact, the one that I'm talking about that I can't remember the name of is a gradual tan, and it's so dark. And I use the light to medium, and then there's a medium to dark, but it's a really dark colour. So I thought, well, let me give this a go. But this still, I used this last night and I feel like I've not got much of a colour from it. Can you see? I suppose there's enough of a colour, isn't there? So I do it like around here, although it is nice and neat. It's not like a harsh line or anything, but I don't know. I don't know if there's enough colour from that, but other than that, it was nice. I don't remember there being a fragrance. Maybe a tiny bit, and I didn't smell any self-tan smell at all. Okay, I've got the Bumble and Bumble Bond Building Triple Bond Flash Rinse. I was attracted to this because I thought it was a lamella water. I don't think it is. It doesn't say anything about lamella, but I haven't looked deep into it. And it's kind of a gel formula. I'm not going to tell you too much about this because I'm going to do a full video on it. I've actually filmed me putting this in my hair. This is the result of using this and nothing else conditioner wise. So what I normally like to do is use some kind of lamella water and then I will towel dry my hair, put some conditioner in it, leave it, and then rinse it out. I didn't do that this time. I just used this. I wanted to see what it was like just using this. So far so good. I actually do like it, but I'm going to do a full video talking about that. And then the next, there is actually 3 of these. I got a little set. Is that a shadow? Is there a shadow on me? No, I don't think so. I think I'm all right. It's called the Frizz Fix Set, Umberto Gianini. I would love to do a video for you guys saying the best things for frizzy flyaway hair, because that's the biggest problem I have. And I've got a few things that I think are working for me, but I really need to sort of hone in and say, what exactly are they? And then when I saw this that said the Frizz Fix Set, I was like, that would be perfect. So I've got the shampoo, conditioner, and then this is the styling cream. So I haven't used any of them yet because I was trying other things. So I'm going to try this out and then get back to you. But it comes in that little set. Perfect. I've got a whole bunch of makeup here. I've got a lot of concealers because I can't tell you how much I'm hating underneath my eyes, and I would really like to do something, but I feel like on some days I look like I don't have under eye bags, or I don't look like I have much of an under eye bag. And what I want to have done is blepharoplasty, under eye blepharoplasty, if I can find somebody to do it under local anaesthetic and if I can afford it. So there's a whole lot of ifs there. And I don't think under eye blepharoplasty is going to do anything for, like, it might do something for my under eye bags, but they're not always that bad, if that makes sense. I should have known that my blepharoplasty would go wrong last time, because I remember when I went in on the day to have my surgery, he said to me, oh, you don't look like you've got much excess skin today. It was almost like he was just seeing me for the first time, and I thought, I did have a full consultation with you with no makeup on, and you did, like, you know, pull the skin and the rest of it, but he thought it looked different, and I think it does. It looks different on different days, doesn't it? So I don't think that'll do much. And the lines and crepiness underneath my eyes is really bad. What I want to do is do my TCA peels more, because you know how I did a few on this side, just this side? This side definitely looks better. When the wrinkles go further down on this side than they do on this side, I'm convinced it's because of those TCA peels. So I'm going to try that in the interim. But what was my point in telling you that? My point in telling you that is I've been going mad on concealers and trying to use concealers, and I've kind of found a new technique. So I'll tell you about the concealers first, being as I'm rambling about them. I bought this one, which is by Nudestix, Nude Fix Cream Concealer. And this has got a wand in it, which I love. Love that. I'll show you the colour. I can't remember what colour I got though, to be honest with you. Oh, Nude 1. So I got Nude 1. And this has been okay, actually. It's not got a huge amount of coverage. Like, it's not one that you put on and go, oh wow, a lot of concealers nowadays, there's too much coverage, and I think sometimes that can mean they're too thick and go too cakey and sort of sink into lines and whatnot. This one, I don't know, I'm unsure of yet. It's okay, but I need to kind of observe a bit closer. This next one is by Mercier, and it's called Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer. I don't know why it's called weightless, because it is quite thick. It doesn't feel like a weightless one, it feels like a thick one. I think I got it in the lightest colour. You can see it's very, very light, especially compared to that Nudestix one. I think the Nudestix one's a better colour for me. But this is one that, so far, I'm not loving it. I feel like almost as soon as I put it on, I can see it sinking into lines, and I've been trying to sort of touch up those where it sinks into the lines, because that's one of the things I've been doing that's been helping, getting a little cotton bud and taking the excess out of the lines where it sits in. I'll maybe do a video on how I'm doing my concealer and how it's working for me. But this one, yeah, I'm not loving it. I'm not loving that from Mercier. This one is from Kiko, and it's called Full Coverage Dark Circles Concealer, and mine is in 01, and it doesn't say a name. This one is also very thick. It's quite a similar colour, actually. This one is much better. You would think, swatching them, that it would be the same as that Mercier one, but actually it's not. It is quite thick, but it doesn't sit in lines as much as the Mercier one. But again, I'm still testing all of these concealers because I've not long bought them, and I need to now I've tried each one a couple of times, I need to choose one, use it, and, you know, review it that way. And then the final one, I just bought this. It's the No. 7 Pro Artist Touch-Up Concealer. It's okay. It's one of those click pens, which I'm not mad about. And when I say I'm not mad about, I don't mean, I've heard some people going, oh, I'm not mad about that, like it's a good thing. I mean, I'm not crazy about that. You know, I don't love it, basically. Now, my issue with this is the colour, because I had to go for 01. And look how light that is compared to those. And even these are quite light. That's so light, so pink and so light, that it's just too light. However, that is what I've got on today. So, yeah, looking in there, I can see that it's a little bit light. But the colours below it are so much darker. I swatched them and I was like, they're so much darker and they're not very nice colours, and I don't feel like they would brighten at all. Mind you, it doesn't say brighten, does it? It says touch up concealer, so I don't know. But it is actually a nice concealer, but I just feel like, because I didn't think it would be thick enough either, because it is quite thin, it's not a full coverage one. But it's nice, but I don't know whether it will just be, this will just be too light for me. And I don't want the colour down, if you know what I mean, because like I said, it just doesn't look like a very nice colour. And it's just number 2 below it goes too dark. So yeah, I don't know, it depends. If you're really, really light and you struggle to find a light concealer, this might be a good choice for you. I bought 2 mascaras, because you know me, I've got to try some new mascaras, haven't I? I thought I'd had an epiphany about mascaras, which you may remember because I've said it a few times over the years, that when I'm using Grandi Lash and it's making it's making my lashes grow, I suddenly feel like the world of mascaras opens up to me, and I'm using more and going, oh, this is a really good mascara, only to find when I stop using a lash building serum and I have my own lashes, which is non-existent, that no mascara works for me. And so I thought that maybe some of the mascaras I loved, it was just because I had longer lashes. And I think that is true to an extent, but this has opened my eyes to the fact that actually it's not that, because this is the number 7, again, Pro Artist. That's a wrap tubing mascara. And I think I'm gonna do a video on it because it's rubbish. And I didn't love it, so I'll talk about that in a video. I also bought the number 7. It was on a 3 for 2, and I had bought that concealer, the number 7 concealer. I bought this, and because it was on a 3 for 2, I bought this number 7 Stay Perfect concealer, because I don't remember trying this. I'm sure I have. I think I've tried all their mascaras, but it's my type of brush. Isn't that just the perfect brush for me? So I thought I would give it a go, and this one, I actually really like it, but it did make my eyelashes a little bit crispy. God, they both feel really crispy today. Did make my eyelashes a little bit crispy. But I did like it. I did really like it. So I need to decide which mascara I'm focusing on, try it and let you guys know. Okay, a couple of eye items before I go on to eyeshadows. Or actually, let me show you this face powder first. I bought the ELF Perfect Finish HD powder in translucent, I think this is. So it's one of those white powders. I wasn't sure how I felt about these because I have used them before and they can make you look white. This one I don't feel like it does. I've got this all over my face today and I've used it under my eyes. Now, I probably shouldn't have used it under my eyes because already the concealer was too light, so I should have gone in with a powder that was a bit of a darker colour. But I like using this as an under eye setting powder, and just because I've had it in my makeup bag, I've been using it all over my face, and it's really quite nice. What does it say? Perfect Finish HD powder. Yeah, it's nice. There's nothing amazing about it. It's just nice. So a couple of eye things, and then some eyeshadows, and that's me. I bought this by, who's it by? What's she called? Can't read it. She's called Sculpted by Aimee. And now I tried this somewhere, didn't I? I tried this in Boots, but they only had it in brown. It's an eyeliner. And I put it on my hand, and what I loved was the really flexible tip. It feels like it's a brush pen, although it's not. It's actually a felt tip pen, and I prefer a brush pen, but it felt like it was a felt tip because it's not rigid, you know. But they didn't have it in black, and so I went and got it from, I don't know whether I got it from the Boots website or maybe Amazon, but I thought I would order it in black because it literally would not come off my hand. I mean, I was trying to wash it off and it wouldn't come off, and so I was like, that bodes well. I've used it a couple of times since. It is okay for my outside flick, but I still find that it bleeds when I've got eyeshadow on, which is, you know, 99% of the time. And obviously on your hand you don't have eyeshadow on, so I forget about that, and your hand is not the same sort of skin as your eyes. So I don't love that it bleeds, so it will never be one of those, oh, this is a great pen to use for everything. I'll probably just use it up doing my little outer corner flick. I don't think I would repurchase it either. It's not cheap, that one. I bought the Wonder Whip pencil by, what are they called? I can't remember what the brand of this is. That's not the brand, but it's the Wonder Whip brow pencil in butterscotch. That's what I've got on my brows today, and I love this pencil. I really love it. It's one of those micro brow pencils. And this is my at least second time purchasing, maybe third time. No, third time. I accidentally got sent two. I would have bought a second one, but I used both of them up, and this is the third one, and I love it. And I love the colour butterscotch as well, so that's the winner. This is another gel eyeliner. I'm still always looking for the perfect eyeliner. I had repurchased the Inglot one, which used to work really, really well for me, but it doesn't work so well for me just now. I actually put it in my upper waterline this morning, and just there I was noticing that I had all black under my eyes, so that's not working for me. The Wet n Wild one that I bought does work, but I don't find it to be very pigmented, and it doesn't go on very pigmented. It's kind of, you know, I felt myself going over and over and going, I wish I had something more pigmented. So I'm always open to trying another eyeliner. So I got this one by Kosas, because I've got an eyeshadow palette that I adore by Kosas. Now I have tried this, and all I can say is I haven't noticed it being a disaster, which is good, but I haven't looked to see, is it still on? It might not be a disaster, there might be nothing left, but I haven't really looked at it. I've only used it twice, I think, so I need to use that a bit more, and I will let you know. You'll see that like an empties and fails, because I go through them quite quickly, and if it doesn't work, it will be in my empties and fails. Okay, on to eyeshadows, and I want to first talk about these NYX Glow Shots, because I think this is really interesting. I went into Boots and did some swatches of these, and the first one I picked up was in Pear Prize, pear as in the pear you eat, and I couldn't decide between that one, and this one is in Fig something, Sky Figs, something Figs. I couldn't decide between them, but they didn't have a tester for this Figs one. They didn't have a tester at all, and I could see this one, and I thought, no, I'm going to try this one. So this Pear Prize one I've used, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's really, really pretty. I feel like it really suits the colour of my eyes. It stays really well on my eyes. It's not, because I found a lot of liquid ones, you know, gather and don't stay and kind of end up all creasy at the end of the day, but this is really pretty. It actually reminds me of a MAC eyeshadow that I loved. Can't remember, did I wear that on my wedding day? It was called Antiqued, and I used to love that, and this reminds me of that. It's really, really pretty. So I've been loving it so much, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go and buy the one called Six Figs. That's what it's called, Six Figs. But I couldn't find it in anywhere. I looked in Boots and Superdrug, and I thought, no, I'm going to have to look online. So I looked online and ordered this. So I still hadn't swatched it at this point. I got home and used it, and it's terrible. It is the complete opposite. It just shows you, like, even between colours. So I don't, you know, it swatches all right. To be honest, if I'd have swatched that, I'd have thought it would be all right. And it's not showing what happens or what happened to me on my eyes. It just kind of, it's like there was a watery black base with little bits of, why does it not look like that now when I'm swatching it on my hands? That's so annoying, because it's like I'm telling you porkies. It's like, what are you talking about? That looks lovely. You can kind of see it a bit if you were really close up. I don't think you guys will be able to see it, but you can see my hand through that colour, because it's not as pigmented as the other one. And it just, yeah, it just looked terrible. It just looked like a sort of black brown that I'd put on my eyes, but some of it was pigment and some of it was just this watery black colour. Is that my earring fell out? Yeah, it has. So I would say that I recommend these Glow Shots, but be careful of the colour you choose. So I guess try and make sure you can swatch them, but if you like these sort of colours, go for the one that's Pear Prize, and don't go for the one that is Six Figs. So really enjoying that one though. That one's gonna get chucked, and that one I'm gonna use again. Then I went and bought a second colour from the REM Beauty, because I had bought a lighter colour, really enjoyed it, and I really fancied this colour. And I've really enjoyed wearing this as well. This one is a little bit harder to blend out. Oh lordy, I'm never going to read that. Don't know if even with my glasses on I can read that. Not a chance. There is not a chance. I'll have to get some sort of, I have to take a picture of it with my phone and enhance it. But that's what it looks like. It's a sort of, it's a medium rusty colour, isn't it? But I think it looks lovely on the eyes, and like I said, it's a little bit more challenging to blend, but not by much, because the lighter one, just because it was lighter, you know, but you can blend it, you know, which I didn't ever think of being able to blend liquid colours, but you have to just do it at the right time, like, you know, not wait too long, not wait till it's dry, basically. So I love that. And then finally, I bought this little mini palette, which I thought was really cute. I wasn't expecting it to be quite this small. You can see this. I didn't break any, it's fine. I'm dropping things all over the place lately. I was just going to show you the size of it. That's how big it is. It's a sort of 2-finger width, and that's how big it is lengthwise. So it's not very big, but I just thought it would be cute to have a little Natasha Denona matte palette, and I've been really into my mattes lately, especially using these kind of liquid shadows that are not necessarily all matte. You know, I've got one like the NYX one, but it's nice to have other colours to use around it, you know. And so I've been using this. It's nice. You can see possibly from my indentations that I've used these 3 colours. I've not really used any of this, and I've not tried the black. I don't really use a black eyeshadow. I'm not sure what I would use it for. I don't like using it as an eyeliner because I like a really sharp line, you know, I don't like a smudged line. So yeah, it's nice enough. It's nothing major to rave about. That was quite an epic haul, wasn't it? Let us know if you've tried any of these things and what you're thinking, and let me know if there's anything you've bought that is amazing that I can put on my shopping list. Let me tell you what I'm wearing. I have got on the Catrice Liquid HD foundation. On my eyes is, did I use that palette? No, I used my, you know, the palette that I love by Charlotte Tilbury. Is it Charlotte Tilbury? Yeah, Easy Eyes it's called. It's just a little palette, that kind of size. On my cheeks is the Fenty Beauty foundation. I can't remember, not foundation, sorry, blush. Can't remember the name, but I can put it in the comments. And on my lips is the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in Baby Doll. I don't know if they do it, but I love it. Isn't it cute? I thought it was a really, really pretty colour. So love that. That's everything. Thank you very much for listening, and I will speak to you again soon.